How's it going, everyone? Let me get my lights turned on. Oh boy. See, I definitely need to clean. We're going to clean up my craft space and hang out together if you like. You're invited to hang out for this. A little um, cleaning inspiration. My desk definitely needs it. My whole room here needs it. So, let's get to it. I've got to leave this morning and go take care of my mom's dogs. And I had a goal to make a video for this week before leaving, but then I came to my room and I was like, no, I just need to clean. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Ella. Good morning, Sala. How are y'all? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Linda Veal. So good to see you. Happy Easter, everyone. Yes, so I have a mess. I made my craft roulette card last night while watching Sire and Mary craft. That was so much fun. The parameters were so wacky and great that I just had to do it. It really did feel like a puzzle that needed to be figured out. The parameters for this one, if you guys want to make a card this week, is Joyfold, which I think could be done many ways. I had used this single-sided patterned paper, so I decided to glue my Joyfold here versus here. But I liked this. I was just digging through scraps when I found these two pieces of paper, but the color palette was Buggy Ride. So it was Joyfold, which is this. My version of the Joyfold is this, but you can do it lots and lots of ways. There is no wrong way, in my opinion, to make a card. And then the color palette was Buggy Ride, and I thought this really looked like a sky, you know, and grass and flowers, and then the element was sticks and stones. So Allie Cope, who is amazing and always in craft roulette, she had given her ideas about the stick and stone parameter, and she said cobblestone, and I had just gotten this embossing folder recently. It's a Tim Holtz one, so I inked that up as my cobblestone. And then I found this flower that looked like it had been cut off like a branch or a stick. So, and then the last one was trim. So I put an eyelet in my card and put this faux leather trim on it. And then a bead from my friend Tammy. So that was my craft roulette card. I did record a process video, so I'll try to have that out this week. But that is my card. It is a 5x7. Good morning, Tammy. Hi. Well, hello, Debbie. How are you? Where in the world are you? Are you still in Florida? Have you guys moved up the coast? Surely you've moved up the coast by now. Rhonda Lane. Hello, Rhonda Lane. How are you? Oh, Maggie's here. Hi, Maggie. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, I think so often the parameters are like, at first initial impact, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to do with this? But then that portion of the show where they talk about the spin, I think is so inspirational and so cool. And very inspiring, very, very inspiring. So it makes even the most wacky parameters seem possible. Yes, happy Easter to all, Rhonda Lane. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Hi, Amy. I've got a couple of books on my desk. I'm going to have to get, like, I don't know, I needed a new bookshelf because I acquire so many books, whether they're books that I'm going to tear up or books that I would never do that to. I I know I probably won't follow through on this, but I think if we worked through this book together, we would all be happier little artists. This is an amazing book that I just really wanted to share with you guys. Um, it is by Emily Powell and Sarah Moore, who are sisters. It's called Start Painting Now. Discover Your Artistic Potential, and it's from Bluebird Books. Now, this is a lot about painting, and I know that some of y'all might go, I'm not a painter, I'm not an artist, I'm just a crafter, I just make cards, I just make journals. Well, following a journey like this would only make it better. And the first thing that they have you like declare is, I am an artist. Looking after yourself, breaking the rules, you know, that chapter appeals to me. No more excuses, inspiration, tell your story, go big, go inside, go outside, stronger together, on display, not giving up. And let me tell you, I've read some of this and it's really just incredible. Emily Powell has a YouTube channel, but I don't think her sister does. These are the ladies, and I really want to work my way through this book, and I want to share that journey with y'all because it is so cool. I found this from Dee Dee. I'll try to remember to leave her channel linked down below. Oh, you are still in Florida. You're waiting for the weather up north to warm up before you go north. That makes sense. Oh, thanks, Sala. Hey, Rose, good morning. First time ever catching me live. Yeah, gotta be an early bird, usually. And then they also feature a few different artists. And they featured one of my favorites, which, let me find her. I don't know exactly where she is. I love her artwork too, by the way. I know she's back. Oh, okay. We're getting close because I can tell based on what they're painting. And I'm going to get to discover some new artists I haven't heard of. I don't think there's a ton of artists. I think there's maybe 10 or so in here. Well, where are you, Maud? There. No, that's not her. Well, let me look back here. Anyways, very, very cool book. You know, there's a lot of books on the subject of artistry and, you know, becoming the kind of artist you want to be, and different things. But I think this one is unique and stands out from the rest. Really, really like it. This is like my color palette for sure. So that's probably another reason, and I love the style of art. You know, I keep saying it here on my channel that I want to be a folk artist one day, and I need to just get started. So I absolutely love this kind of art. I used to do really abstract art. And then I picked up this other one. Both of these Dee Dee shared, and she did a quick flip through, and I just fell in love with both of them. Again, this one is, you know, folk art. Both of these artists or, you know, authors are actually British, I believe. Me too, Amy. The colors of that book are a feast for my eyes as well. So this one now is definitely folk, and I just ordered some foam. I wish it was here. We would play with it, but I'm supposed to be cleaning. But I just ordered, you know, foamies. Have y'all heard of foamies, the stamps that are made out of foam? I really like them, and but I don't have any. But I just ordered some foam to make my own, and I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna try making some of my own stamps. But this is Mark Harold's workbook, is what it's called. Here's the artist. Wait till you see his style. I mean, I love it. This is not him. This is some of his inspirations. This is him. He does collage, mixed media. He does a lot of print, like he does a lot of his own printmaking, but this would be his collage, mixed media, which y'all know is right up my alley. His work is nature-based. Look at his space. This makes me happy. I am not a minimalist. I'm more of a maximalist kind of person when it comes to my space. It just makes me feel cozy. Like, this is me. So, I mean, I like a little bit of, maybe a little bit less, but I could thrive in this environment here. Absolutely love it. So, let's just get a couple, let's look at, see, oh my gosh, I just love it so much. I have a china cabinet in my house. Just take a look at some of his work. I absolutely love it. It's all nature. Look at this, all this collage and paint. Really, I have a thing for tigers. I don't know what it is, but I have a thing for tigers and of course bunnies and everything, anything nature. I'm just like, yep. Anyways, this is like eye candy. So this isn't really, so the other book is, you know, about unlocking this version of you, finding this and how you want to create it. And then this book for me is just pure eye candy and inspiration. Every single page thrills me as a person who thrives on visuals. So all these are etchings, and I've always wanted to try it. I've always wanted to work on it, and I never have, you see. And I have little pieces of the pink etching that we can do to make stamps, and I'm gonna dive in, you guys. I'm gonna try to make some of my own stamps here pretty soon. But this, you know, this is just, it's like a coffee table book, if you will. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I want to be his neighbor. So cool. So cool. So anyways, yeah, these two books, so excited about these. I found both of these on Amazon. They were 20 bucks each. Brand new. Still of a deal. Very good. Okay. I have a mess. Oh my goodness, do I have a mess. I've got it everywhere. So I need to clean. This go in scraps. This never got on Sparkle Heart's card, and it probably won't. This is a glue book page. Put that back where it goes. This is that traveler's journal that we worked on together in a live last weekend. So I have magazine boxes in my studio here where I put all my printables that I haven't cut up. One day when I get super organized, I will go through them and I will sort them by the company probably. But for today's purpose, we're just going to stuff them in that box because they have a place to go. These are scraps that I had dug out of my scrap bin when we were making that journal, and I never put them back. And let me tell you, that is just silliness because the bin is right under my desk. Like, it's so easy. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be shuffling through paper, hanging out, talking. Did y'all watch Craft Roulette last night? Did you enjoy it? Do you have Easter plans? We can just talk about all these things. This was a painted paper that I really loved, and I just couldn't bring myself to put it in that journal. So I'm going to make more of these. So I held that one out. We've got some vellum to play with. And by the way, in one of my last lives, look how pretty this stuff is. This is pretty. I talked about in one of my last lives how glue sticks are really good with vellum. So the squirrel is here, you guys. The squirrel has clocked in, and so we're just gonna squirrel during this whole live. But let me demonstrate the glue stick vellum. Just use this stamp because it's already on a block that I need to put it away. And we'll just make like a little pocket or something. We can make a tagged pocket. We can just make something here. I had a question in my comments the other day. It was from my friend Kim. She may pop on here, but it's a little early for her. She's in Alaska. Asking me, how can you be done with your no-buy already? And it's because I started the day after Christmas, Kim. I know I need to go through and get my comments all caught up, but I thought I'd just go ahead and answer that here. She'll catch the replay. Well, that was a crooked cut, but that's okay. Kind of straighten it up a little bit. Just making more scraps with my scraps. I don't know what I'm making. I'm just playing. Playing with paper, that's what I do. It's so much fun playing with paper. I know you guys get it. That's why you're here. You get it. Okay. That's kind of cool. And then we can make that into a pocket, but I've also kind of made it into like a little fold out as well, but it has kind of that tag vibe. I like this green too. All right, I don't want to go too far. I'm supposed to be cleaning. Like I said, squirrel's here. Hi, Cinnamon G. Hello, Vintage. Hi, Clint. I always go through your whole name and then get to Clint. Where's a glue stick? Yeah, I got Sparkle Hearts card. Well, for the most part, I have it done. Where did it go? There it is. This is Sparkle Hearts card with the ice cream scoops. Super dimensional. But all the sprinkles dried. I haven't done the inside yet. So it's pretty much done. It's got a little paint or something on it. And I still lose a sprinkle every once in a while. But it's done. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to use a glue stick. Let me get some of this out of the way. And now this is a huge glue stick to try to use and make this a pocket. So I think I won't make it a pocket. I'll just cover the whole piece of vellum with this glue stick. And I'm just doing this because I meant to do this in my live last weekend when we were together, and I kept getting pulled in other directions. But if you have struggles with vellum, like, you know, in card making, a lot of times we have to hide how we've adhered the vellum down. But I've found that glue sticks are like magic with vellum. You don't have to worry about hiding the adhesive. Oh my goodness, I cannot get this thing straight. That's okay. We'll just trim it. And then I'm going to burnish it. Now, some of it's showing and some of it's not. When it dries, you know, you can get different results. You don't have to put it over stamped images the way I've done it here, but I just think it's fun. I'll trim off this edge. But yeah, you can totally use a glue stick with vellum and not worry about the, you know, the glue so much. Whereas if you use typical glue, it causes it to like buckle sometimes. Well, most of the time for me, especially if I use too much. I don't even know if anything came out. Barely. There we go. But you can use regular glue too. You just get a different, I'll show you what the difference is between glue stick and regular glue. See the beads of glue here where I put that regular glue? I don't know. It's just different. They're not perfect, and I still like the card maker's way of hiding it, but you know, you can add vellum to your project a lot easier with a glue stick. Okay. So just made a random piece of ephemera. Now let me put these scraps away and we will keep cleaning and chatting. Gigi, hi. So good to see you. So good to see everyone. Oh, Dawn's here. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Okay, random piece of ephemera. Another thing to put away. Let me put my mat away. This is just, you know, flip foldy piece of mat. Let's go through some more piles. And I just keep making more piles. Do you guys clean and you feel like you're just shuffling from one pile to another? I feel like that. This is a scrap from my card last night. I liked the idea of another scrap. We won't get to all the scraps just yet because there's a lot of bigger fish to fry. Like what? You guys, it's just crafty rubble everywhere I turn in here. This is why I have to clean today. I want to craft, but I need to clean. It's everywhere. I am surrounded by my own doing, by my own mess. Can't blame anyone for this. Of course, I will say the more lives you do, the bigger the mess is. Because typically during a live, I'm not trying to clean up as I go. Okay. Rubble. Rubble. This is my favorite kind of brush to splatter with. I can tell I splattered with this one and didn't clean it up. But these really long, thin brushes like this. This is a sable brush. I don't see the number on it. It says 750. I don't know that you can rely on that. But yeah, I know I could just clean so much faster if I would just put all of this in the recycling, but that's not how I roll. So I'm going to save scraps. Okay, this stuff I will though. I'm only going to save pretty scraps. Okay, all this stuff can go. All right. You guys, I didn't craft like one Easter thing this year. Not one. I didn't make anything Easter. Did you, like, am I the only one? Or is there anybody else who didn't craft anything Easter related? Tamara, hi. How's it going? Oh yeah, so you're with me, Maggie. One pile to another. That's just what we do. That's how we roll. Here's some more of those scraps. I said we wouldn't go through all the scraps that are on my desk, but look at these. Kind of have to. Now I'm also, bye, love you. Now I'm also kind of wanting, of course, to make something. I can't help myself. I start touching paper, fiddling with paper, and then I want to make something. But here's some more of these really pretty swans and stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm having to dial it back in already, you guys. I have gone a little bit shopping crazy. That's, I guess, the effects of a no-buy. You like don't shop for 3 months and then you're like, I'm buying all the things. And then it totally negates the 3 months of not shopping. So I'm dialing it back in already. But let me tell you, you want to hear what I bought? I got, well, for one thing, I got these inks from Jane Davenport that I have literally wanted for over a year and never allowed myself to purchase. They're not here yet. This is all in transit, but I got the inks I've wanted for over a year, allowed myself to do that. And danger for me, I went to Red Lead Paperworks and bought some stamps. And then I saw that Simon Hurley released some new lunar paste in neon, which, hello, I'm a child of the 80s. I need my neon, so I bought the entire bundle of neon lunar paste. Sorry, enabling alert. I should have alerted y'all. Hey, look what I just found. My favorite all. What else have I gotten? I think that's it, but it feels like more than enough and too much. And one stamp from Tim Holtz, an oldie but goodie that I'm excited about. So yeah, that's what I did. I bought inks and some stamps and some lunar paste. Hello, I'm the crazy one. It's me. Hey, Rebecca. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. I also got the color cubes. Yes, I did. I got the color cubes. I have seen those since the first day she released them. And I was like, I have been putting them in my cart and not checking out since the first day she made her announcement and released those, Sarah Renee Clark. And all my friends have them, and by golly, now I have them too. Look at all these scraps we're going to get to play with one day. Won't that be fun? Okay, I have another rubble pile. That was a whole rubble pile. We just made it through a whole pile. I found my awl. I found an ink pad that I was missing, so yay. This just needs to go back in its spot, which is right on my desk. Again, fast crafting. I'm really having fun with these Jen Crafts metallic. This was another thing I bought. Watercolors. I keep wanting to pull them out of here and like grate them into, like with a spice grater that you like grate nutmeg with. I kind of want to grate them into other watercolors and make some kind of funky, weird watercolor. So I might end up doing that. This paper is terrible. At least I can tell you, like, I would never buy their paper. It comes with the palette, which is cool, but the paper is terrible. So I just have to tell you that. But I'm enjoying the watercolors. You can't win them all. All right. Okay. Y'all need to see the piles, right? Like, just bring on the piles. And boy, can I do that. Let me show you how bad it is. Okay, this is on the side of my desk. This is out of view. Like, why did I not just put this back? It has a drawer. It's a drawer. It has a spot. You just put it in the spot. But those go in there. That was from my live the other day. That's why I didn't put it back. And the cuckoo clock had already gone off. And I just knew people were going to be pacing outside my door. Look at this. Have y'all seen these yet? Have we gone through these yet? Oh, I think we made these in a live. Yeah, we made these together in a live one time. Oh, with piles, things just get lost. Yes, y'all. Now you know why I'm cleaning. This is for real, a pile on the side of my desk. Oh, I guess I kind of did make Easter cards. This was my version, which was the sheet load. The March sheet load. I need to put this in my box for my crafty goals, because that box is pretty empty this month. So yay, I made a whole bunch of those. I need to send out, can someone come over and just help me send Happy Mail? That would be so awesome. I need help sending Happy Mail. I'm terrible. I have it piled up. I have so much of it that I want to send, and then I never get around to it. So let me put those up. And to be completely honest, my box that so when I make things, I put things in the box so that at the end of the month I can share it with y'all and recap what I made for crafty goals. Well, my box is still full of February. I haven't even moved that into where it needs to go. There was like 2 solid weeks I wasn't even in my craft room, which is part of the problem. If I come in here daily, I do this cleanup, but being that I would come in only maybe one day a week and then not even at all for 2 weeks, this is what happens. This is the lesson to learn. I have just been closing the door on my craft room, like, none shall pass, none need to see. I'm telling y'all, we're about to go through it. We're gonna get through this, and then suddenly the numbers drop off and everyone leaves and they're like, no, I've got my own mess, leave me out of it. But hopefully you see this. Like, I'm not special. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a girl with an iPhone, an obsession for crafting, and, you know, a big old mess. That's me. That's who I am. I'm not special, y'all. I'm not even going to pretend. I don't want to fool you. I just want you to know the truth. Okay. All right. Random ephemera. Here we go. This is how fun it is. If you put things away as you go, it's like I can hear my Father in heaven. If you put things away as you go, you won't have a mess to clean up. Can you guess how many times I was told that in my childhood? After looking at this mess? Probably quite a few. Okay, this is ephemera stickers. This was random ephemera we made. On the members channel. This is just a piece of tea dye. Side hustle for YouTubers. I was looking up from my mom. That looks like a recipe Okay, it is. With chia seeds, you know, my body doesn't seem to like chia seeds. This was from a collage. I need to do my Marguerite Miller collage. Oh, you love looking at someone else's scraps? Oh, and I'm ambitious? Oh, awesome. Cindy, look at this. I need to get it together, you guys. I gotta get it together. This is a beautiful card that was sent to me, and I know it had a note in it. You guys, feel free to sign your cards because I'm never giving them away. And then if I lose the note, see, it had goodies in it, then just go ahead and sign them because I save every single card that's sent to me. Oh, my matchbook instructions. Oh, God, that took me forever to figure out. Here is a crafty haul that I never put away from a friend. I didn't put it away because I need to use it. That was already in my stash. Okay. Oh, that was from when we did matchbooks. Random pieces. Okay, let's get through some of these scraps. So if it's already a piece of ephemera, I'm getting kind of lost here. This is stuff, this is product. Let me just put this away real quick. These are so cute. I can't remember. Oh, they go with that. Okay. It was a whole set. That's right. Put those together. Okay. We can do this. And we're going to do it quickly because I'm really wanting to craft now. Oh, that's that dog groomer card that ended up in another pile. Okay. Loving all these hearts that are floating around. Makes me happy. Scraps. This paper pad from Kathy Holden and Spellbinders. Oh my gosh. This makes me so happy. Mary C, hi. Deidre, hello. Oh, good, it's motivating. I'm so glad. Hey, I figure at least a few people out there are going, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only hot mess express. I've got a sister. Her name's Biddy Penny. That's right. Choo choo. Hot mess express. I need to put these in my giveaway pile when I go to craft. I'm going to give these away. So let me put those in the giveaway pile. My giveaway pile has been growing. These are templates. So those, I know this might seem ridiculous to save these, but they ended up being perfect for those big scrappy hearts. And they're well cut hearts. I don't know. Here's some more scraps and more random ephemera. Maybe I need to, let me make a giveaway of random ephemera too. And I'll just use this. I saved packaging as if I don't have a big enough mess. I have to save my packaging too. These are perfect for our master boards. I'm gonna throw some things away, okay? This is my girl Cree and her little creations. Oh, that's cute. Okay, that note no longer applies. The little tea bags, y'all remember these that she made? So beautiful. Let me put those back in their bag. She's another person that is on my Happy Mail list. So many people, probably most of you watching, if I have your address, you're probably on my Happy Mail list. Like, oh my gosh, just, I need a manager. That's what I need. Okay, random printables from Sweet Pea Curiosities. These just need a home in my craft room. They're homeless. So what do? I just stuff them somewhere. That's a bag I was saving. I'm just going to throw some things away, you guys. Not that. I love these stamps. Right here that my friend Christy sent me. So it turns out as an adult, you can eat chocolate for breakfast if you want. There's literally no one policing this. I love this so much. I've shown these to y'all before, but they're so good. Let's look at them again. My favorite childhood memory is not paying bills. I'll walk around like everything is fine, but deep down inside my shoe, my sock is sliding off. Who's been there? I've been there. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. Okay, so turns out I've got lots of kind of sentiment stuff here. Oh, there's the already made ephemera that I need to put away. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all haven't even seen my floor yet. I'm telling you. It's a mess. Just close the door. Walk away. Okay, these need to go in my napkins, but I had saved them out. We painted that bird. See, I just put a little note on things sometimes. Alrighty, let's, random ephemera. I'm looking for those stickers. There they are. Oh, cards. These just need to go somewhere. In my February, I think we made those in February. Okay. I have another pile that looks like this. Not lying. I haven't even played with my dies like this yet. I have 4 of them. I need to play with. These are the die of the month for this year. Let's see, January, February, March, and December. My favorite one, the bee. Those wings with a Tim Holtz doll. And then this month with the book and the teacup. So cool. This one, it's fine. It's not my favorite. And this one was not my favorite. This one I was kind of like, what did I just sign up for? But, you know, whatever. It's fine. I really like these two. That's the thing about subscription is you never know what you're going to get and how much you're going to like it. These are my little queens from my Crafty Valentines, which have not gone in the mail yet. This feels like a confessional. My channel has turned into that this last month. I feel like I'm just confessing. I'm not even Catholic. It's so bad I'm confessing and I'm not even Catholic. All right. Let's see. Those were mine to save. Guess where they went? Into another pile because I don't know where to put them. These are really cool envelopes that were sent to me, that were made, and I love them. I put them off to the side because I was like, yeah, I need to do that. And then here they are. Okay, when I'm going to a pile like this, you guys, I have to create piles of like stamps and then piles of ephemera and piles. These are envelopes. Okay. Oh, y'all want to see some sparkle heart drawings? These are from a while back. I asked her if she would draw me some pictures. so cute. I love the way she does her eyes on her characters. They have the coolest eyes. Look at that. This one. This is a stroke of genius. This is Sparkle Heart. And this is what she thinks about. Rainbows, butterflies, mermaids, ice cream, stars, more rainbows. That's our dog with wings because she likes to, we know that she wants wings. Another butterfly, more ice cream, and orange Fanta, her favorite. And I love the way she just, like, if you guys were to do this, maybe this would be a good practice for all of us. I need to do it. Like if you were to draw a picture of yourself at the bottom of a page and a thought bubble, I need to do this because there's a bully inside of me that I had told to shut up and go away, and the bully went away for a while, but the bully is back and tormenting me. So I need to do this because I think it would be a good practice to see, what are we thinking about? Are we thinking about mermaids and rainbows and ice cream cones and our dog being a fairy? Or are we beating ourselves up? Because I'm usually beating myself up. Anyways, so maybe this would be a good practice for us to put up a thought bubble and see what we're thinking about, and we can always change it. And there's our dog, our fairy dog, flying. So cute. Yeah, I asked her to draw me some pictures, and look at this. It's a treasure trove. I absolutely love it. Oh, and this is her Barbie, which I copied because I was like, can I make a copy of that? I did a copy of her sketch. I was like, so I can color it. So that's what that is. But Sparkle Heart's artwork, I absolutely love it. Okay, this is from my friend Angie, and this is those cards that you make, the 5x7 card out of 12x12 paper. I haven't revisited it and made these yet, so I want to do that. So let me clip these together. I love this card, by the way. It's just so cute. I'm going to put that over here. I just shuffle piles. I'm convinced that's all I'm doing is shuffling piles. Okay, looks like I left out some Dreams Etc. stuff from the last kit that I got. So let me try to put some of that back. Yeah, I left out quite a bit, it looks like. I think that stuff came in the kit. I don't know. My fairies and sentiments. So this will go into the pile that I was talking about earlier, where I put all my printables that I haven't used yet. This was from a stencil that I've used a couple of times, that I'm pretty sure Desiree sent me. Sparkle Heart is an artist, little sweetie. Don't worry, it's Saturday. That means nothing. Usually if it was Monday through Friday, that sound means I have to go in a hurry, in a rush, and I'm running out the door, but it's Saturday. We can all relax and just enjoy the birdie. Okay, let me put, this is from my vision board journal. These printables are for my vision board journal. It's just like pieces of me, this pile here. So let me put these away. Honestly, my vision board journal is lost in the rubble of my craft room right now. Not cool. There it is. Here's my vision board journal. And this is all printables to go with it. I haven't done any more work in it recently, but let me just stuff that in there. Need to get to work on that journal. I'm gonna rip these off. I love that Prima gives these really cool background papers because I totally use them with their flowers. These shards have to be from Dreams, etc. I know these flowers came from there. I know that this stuff came from there. Well, that kit's totally dismantled. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. You guys, I love the uniquely creative stuff. I keep using these scissors right here, and I absolutely love them. Love them, love them. My Desiree stamps that she sent me. I want to sit down. I actually was wondering where these were the other day. I want to sit down and sort through these and separate them. Oh, there's the Prima Flowers bag. Okay. I'm going to put these in a bag. If you wonder where I'm throwing things, I have a pile of my Dreams Etc. kits that I'm putting those things into. There's that stencil. I don't always keep packaging for stencils. A lot of times I just throw them. I have a stencil box and I just put them in my stencil box because it's easier. But then I can't tell you where it's from, and people like to know where things are from when they fall in love with them, and I get that. Here's the uniquely creative scissors. I kept this so I would know, but diamond tip, the diamond tip, perfect for fussy cutting every time. It's true. Stainless steel blade stays sharp. Yeah. Perfect for the right or left-handers. Yeah. And these just open and close so effortlessly. I don't know. I really like them. And they don't have a serrated edge, which I really like too. Both edges of the blade are smooth, because the serrated blades, you guys, I always end up picking the wrong side because I won't be paying attention, and then I'll have these rough cuts, and I don't like the rough cuts. Some people might like them. I don't. Okay, my stamps are in their stamp home. Wonderful Sweet Pea Curiosities book. Love that little Queenie book. Yes, I threw that in a pile behind me. At least it's not on my desk anymore. Let's put away some inks. It's getting so much better, you guys, to where, like, we might be able to craft a little before I go. I got to go take care of my mom's dogs, but I'm not allowed to go out there before the sun comes up because, you guys, yesterday was a little sketchy. She has a puppy. It's about, let's see, it was born on September 4th. So it's that many months old. I'm not going to do the math right now. I'm cleaning. I'm not going to torture myself in multiple ways at the same time. But so I went out and I tried to get there at 5 yesterday, or as close to it as I could, so that the puppy could stay on schedule. And about 15 minutes after I got there, I was cleaning up because the puppy couldn't wait for me to get there, bless her heart. So I was cleaning up, and the dogs started going crazy. They were barking like mad. And then I heard a weird knock at the door, and I thought to myself, because my hubby was like, I'll go with you. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. I got this. And I heard a weird knock at the door. The security light came on to like the side. She has like 3 different doors to her house. And the security light came on to the side one, which is not where people should be coming if they want to knock on the front door. That's not the front door. And it was like a weird knock, unsettling kind of knock. And so I immediately picked up my phone and I called my hubby and I was like, "Are you here?" And he was like, "No, why?" And I'm like, "Because somebody's here." And he was like, "Well, there shouldn't be anyone there." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So he's like, "I'm on my way." It's a 20-minute drive. And then my mom called and she said, "Who's that guy walking around your dad's truck and the black hoodie with his face covered?" And I said, "I don't know, Mom. I don't know who that was. It was just somebody." And I was like, "Don't worry." I like barricaded the doors and I didn't open them. She has like these poles that you wedge it underneath the door handle and it helps keep the door shut because she lives alone. And most of her neighbors are very nice, but there's this one house across the street that is not. And I'm convinced that they do illegal things. Okay, let's just say that. Cars pull up, they're there for a couple of minutes, and they drive off. And there's always an exchange. I think we all know what we're talking about here. So, that's the house where I suspect this guy came from. And they know my car because my car is a clown car now. It's this bright teal color, so everybody knows my car. I can't get away with nothing. There's no being discreet. I call it the clown car now. So everybody knows who drives the clown car. It's me. And so I asked her, I was like, "Do you know who it is? Do you know who came to the door?" And she's like, "No, I've never seen him before. Be very careful." And yeah, so my husband came out. Let me tell you something though. There are 3 doors to that house. And when I went over yesterday, I took my laptop so I could work. I'm working 60 hours this week. And so I took my laptop so I could work. And then I took my Bible because I'm trying to read through the Bible this year. And so it was like I was going to take care of the dogs, do my Bible reading for the day, and then work and hang out with the dogs. That was the plan. But then when this creep came up who didn't belong there, my plans changed, right? But when I came in, I have to take security, really high security kind of clearance security classes at work. And they always say, be alert, have your hands free. And, so I take these classes to keep me safe. So I said, okay, look, I've got too many things in my hand to be unlocking the door. So I put in her carport, I put some things down and, so that I could be more hands-free. One of those things I put down was my Bible. So he came to the door and he came to the door where my Bible was, and I just feel like it was my shield. I don't know how to explain it, but he could have come to any other door and he could have done whatever, but he didn't. And I felt like I kind of had my shield because the Bible was sitting right by that door outside on the table. I don't know. I just kind of felt like I had my shield there yesterday and my protection. Of course, it's not in a physical thing, but still. Have y'all recently, and the reason I say this is look at this rubble. Recently, I saw a video of a car that had caught on fire, and the only thing that didn't burn was the Bible. Everything else was melted, y'all. And so I think that that's what kind of also is leading me to feel like it was my shield that day. But like he chose to come to the door that had some extra protection. That's all I'm saying. The dogs also, I mean, they sound fierce, which is nice. Okay, I need to catch up on what y'all are talking about because it's probably a lot more fun than what I'm talking about, but I don't know. So all of that, I told you that whole story because my husband's like, you're not going out there in the dark anymore. Like, if you have to clean up a mess, if the puppy has an accident, the puppy has an accident, but I don't want you out there in the dark. You go when it's light. And I was like, okay. So I'm just sitting here in my craft room cleaning, waiting for the sun to come up, and then I can go take care of the puppy. The cookie dough ink? No. From inking journal paper? No, I haven't. But you know, you can use anything. This week, I even used, I'm just getting all in the nitty gritty here, y'all. This week, I even used VersaFine black ink, and that worked. Like, you can literally use anything, but the cookie dough sounds good. Oh, that is so cool, Cinnamon. Where's your scrapbook store? Oh, Salo, you're playing with AI to make images? How cool. That's awesome. I don't like computers that much. I really don't. I don't enjoy playing on a computer. Yes, Linda, God has protected me from danger so many times. When I was a child, me and my brother were home. I was 5. We had just walked, and my brother was 11. And we were just walked in from school. He would walk us home after school. And a man broke into our house with a crowbar. And my brother knew where my dad's gun was. And he promptly chased the man out. But I just hid. Well, I didn't even hide. I just kind of sank down, I remember, at the kitchen wall. I didn't know what to do. I froze. The fight, flight, freeze, I froze. I did not know what to do, but luckily my brother did. And we talked about that like last year, and he was like, yeah, can you imagine if an 11-year-old, you know, like, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't want an 11-year-old pulling a gun on you. So he ran off. But yeah, which I think that incident had always caused me not to feel completely safe, you know, in my own home. Um, and then, yeah, I've had a few, I mean, just so many times he has saved me. I'll just say that. So many times. I'm so grateful. Okay, rubble. I've got rubble. Okay, so all of this is fabric scraps that needs to go somewhere. So, Sala, tell me, are you using Dolly? What are you using? I feel like a lot of people, and I could be wrong, okay, this is just me being speculative, but I feel like a lot of people on Etsy are being taken down because they're using Creative Fabrica, and it's hard for them to know who has a membership and the rights and who doesn't as an artist. That's just my guess. But I would be careful. I would just be careful if you're making printables with some of the companies. You know, just be careful. But with AI, you don't have to be careful. There are no laws with AI. So if you're using like Dolly or something like that, it's like the Wild West of digital art right now. There are no laws as far as I know. You can make whatever on AI right now and not have to worry about that. But you always have to worry about it if you're pulling images and not altering them, right? But you're altering them in AI. You're basically prompting AI to make something. I need to figure out a solution for cut aparts, y'all. Let's talk about it. We'll stop talking about my wacky experience yesterday. You know, you guys, you get it all from me. I'm a squirrel and I probably overshare. Hopefully I didn't traumatize anyone by oversharing. But yeah, I need to figure out how to store these. Let's talk about it. How would y'all store these? So I have a couple of collections, right? I've got the queens and I've got the critters. How should I be storing these? Should I just store them in a box like this and I just flip through them? I want to see your ideas. Bibles are our shields. I feel the same way, Tamara. Yesterday I came home and I was like, I like Googled like Bibles that weren't destroyed, and I saw that people like had house fires and the only thing left was the Bible, and it wasn't even singed or burned, but the rest of the rubble was. There is power, you know. It is the living word. So on that 20-minute drive home yesterday, it's kind of speaks to some of the things I've been through that I really wasn't that shaken by it, to be honest. I think some people, and rightfully so, would have been kind of shooken by that experience, but I've seen quite a bit of craziness in my life, and so I just kind of went on about my business. I put gas in my car, went to the UPS store and returned some things. I went grocery shopping, and I came home and worked 8 or 9 hours. Like, I'm just like, yeah, so that happened. This is where I'm going to store some just little bitty scraps right now. That's what we're going to do with this. And then maybe we can play with them. I mean, my desk is clean now, so that's cool. Y'all never got to see this. I made these for a Merry Monday and deleted the videos. Not because these aren't awesome, but just because I didn't have time to edit it and I couldn't record anything new because all of the space was used up on my phone. Look how cool these are. Do y'all want to make some of these? These are just pieces of ephemera to like put in your junk journals. So I put little vellum pockets over here, a regular pocket there, and then you flip it over here, put a belly band and another pocket. So I made these kind of concertina ephemera pieces. I don't know what to call them. This one isn't done, obviously. But yeah, y'all never even got to see those. Or how I made them, because I just deleted it and moved on. They would be cool for Happy Mail. Absolutely. Okay, you guys, I have a pretty clean desk after all of that. Thank you for sorting through that with me. Now I just need my floor done. I mean, I'm not 100% done here. These are my birds that I made into a digital one time on my Etsy, and I literally just made the birds. Like, Sully, this is going to crack you up as you're making digitals. I just make the things and then put them on paper and scanned it into my, I scanned it into my scanner, into my computer, and that's how I made a digital that time of my mixed media birds. But they're actually like little birds that I made and put on there. Oh my gosh. Y'all weren't looking at that. Y'all were looking at other things. Right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. This is all of the embossing that I did the other day. so this needs to go in my embossing. Oh, tons of scraps. These can go in this box for now. Okay, I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. I wanna see what you guys suggest about the 3x4 cut apart cards. These things, I just have so much of this around, you know? I need a solution. Putting them in this is not the solution, but I was thinking of something like this, taking them and just putting them in something like this, and then I can just kind of rifle through them when I want a piece of ephemera. Okay. See what I'm talking about? It's everywhere. Okay, cute little thing. Oh my gosh, you know that card I made with you guys, that Valentine's Day for my card? Yeah, her new puppy ate that, destroyed it. She was so upset. Oh, and my mom is funny. She's like, well, can you just make me another one? I'm like, I don't really do that. I don't really just go back and make the same thing again. I think we're just gonna have to let that one go. So these need to go in my fabric scraps. We've almost done it, you guys. We're almost there. For the record, I am putting these ephemera pieces in here. They're a little tall, aren't they? Let's move them to the back. This is where I keep random panels, like card making panels and things, and embossed paper. That's what this box is for. I've got a box for everything, so it seems. Let me catch up with y'all. I'm gonna have to bring my iPad closer. Oh, the sun's coming up. Kim, you're here. Hi, Kim. How are you? I was just talking about you. In the beginning of my live, I was talking about how I saw you had a question of how am I already shopping if my no-buy ended, or if it's not the end of March. And that's because I started my no-buy the day after Christmas. So I didn't make it to the end of March. I thought I would, but I didn't. But I did make it 3 months. You know, Solid, like, you can do it. I know you can do it. And I can see, like, look, I'm a person who can't get enough of digitals. I love digitals. And so I think it's worth the investment to learn it. If you're inspired, it's totally worth the investment, I think, depending on who you are. For me, it's not worth it because I don't want to do it. I don't enjoy it. I used to make digital art back in the day, a long time ago. But I just don't enjoy working on a computer. And usually when I make a digital, I just make it to give it away. Like I used to have a Creative Fabrica membership, but then I never used it, so I got rid of it. And then I have a Graphics Fairy. I have a Graphics Fairy membership, but only because I forgot to cancel it because I don't use it either. So I'm trying to use it because I have it now for another 7 months or whatever. So I am trying to use it. Okay, these are the twisted, like kind of like the twisted tangles that Donna makes over at Twisted Paper Studio. I'm not on her design team anymore because I had to just cut some things out of my crafty life back when I couldn't, you know, I've been working so much and that's not supposed to change according to my boss. So I just had to make some cuts, and that was one of the cuts I made, but I love what she does, and I'm still gonna do Merry Mondays, but they're just gonna be using any kind of material that I want, any way that I want, because that's how I work best. And I did come to terms with the fact that as much as I love her digitals, that medieval kind of style, I can't commit to it fully because I really like bright colors, and I don't know, I really love like vintage modern more. And so I think it's cool because basically I'm just declaring who I am as an artist and what I like to work with, and that's always a good thing. So I feel good about it. Feels like the right choice for me. And I know she'll find people who are perfect for her team. I'm not worried about that at all. Okay. You can't be afraid to start something, and to be honest, you guys, you can't be afraid to move away from things that aren't serving you. That's how I feel anyways. Look at this. I mean, y'all, this is what y'all always see, but like the area around is completely cleared. I do have a couple of baskets now because I don't know what to do with this stuff other than we'll just turn it into something. But we did it. Oh, this is my giveaway ephemera. These pieces I will keep and put somewhere. For now, I'm just going to put them all over here. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it. Way to go. Thanks for helping me clean my space. You can tell it was really needed. And we'll make something, and then I gotta go take care of puppies. This, I have these really cool like wooden stamps with sentiments on them, and I just stamped them multiple times on my 5x7 scraps. And I just sat down one day. It was like a mass make. I didn't have a brain cell left to put into creativity, and so I just sat and stamped some of my favorite sentiments and images on random pieces of scrap paper. That's all this is. And then I put them in this box. Oh, I stamped some on fabric too, because I love stamping on muslin. So that's what that is, plus other random stuff. All right. We did it. We did it. These need to be put away. This is in the giveaway pile. I call that a success. I feel good about it. Just putting away that stencil and the die and all the things. Let's just make something. Probably need to make something with all those scraps. Let me check your... So Cinnamon, she says she loves the ephemera holders. I made a big ephemera holder out of file folders in accordion style with vellum strips to hold them in. That's a great idea. You just gave me a really good idea because, hey Ave, and then, oh, I'm so glad you could catch me. Yeah, I'm here a little later than usual. That helps. You're on a no-buy. That's awesome. You can do it, Kim. You can do it. Oh, sorry for spreading that printables addiction, Ave. You know, I can't help it. Here's our scrappy, something to look at. We will play with this. I already have an idea cooking up in this brain of mine. So yes, we will play. This is a photograph of a Chanel purse. There was this period where Chanel did three-dimensional, like tacked on scenery on the bags. And I love every single one of them. This is a terrible photograph. It's a photograph from my computer at work. I get to look at stuff like this and for my job. And anyways, I took a picture of it and then I was like, oh, I need that in my craft room. So that's like a frog with flowers and then this wacky little bird right here. So that's not really a piece to cut. I know, and you're right, Maggie. No memberships for me. I'm better off just buying carefully. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Rhonda Higgins, hello. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up on my comments here. I was yakking and sorting, but we cleaned up two huge piles. Yes, my work schedule is absolutely insane. In fact, I think I've had one day off of work in 2.5 months. That's a good idea. Dawn at the Crafty Visage, she says she uses a 12 by 12 scrap keepers to sort the project or by company. I love my filing cabinet system. I file stamps in a filing cabinet and it is brilliant. And I just need another filing cabinet. If I had another filing cabinet, I would file my digitals by company. That's how I would do. That would be my most fond and I think most effective way to manage them. Hey Darla, welcome. Good morning. Love that sunflower. Interesting purse. Yeah, it's like one you might not carry, but it's completely inspirational. Um, I don't know what time period this was. Again, this is Chanel, I'm pretty sure. Um, I want to say it was the 50s, but I could be wrong. I'm doing good, Rhonda. How are you? And hey, Darla. Hello to anyone. And my crafty viewers out there who are quietly just watching this hot mess express, thank you. You know, I watch quietly too sometimes. I don't comment. I don't show up that way. I just show up by being there and being present in my own way because sometimes that's all this girl can manage. It's all she wants. It's all she can do. Let's make something. Clean up my mess. Oh gosh, speaking of no buys, this thing is completely broken now. There's nothing coming out. I mean, every once in a while I get a big fat drop, but I can't seem to get it work. But look, it's discolored because it's so old. This is at least like no, it's older than that. This is probably 7 years old, so it's not a big deal. That means it cost me $1 a year, right? So anyways, I need a new distress sprayer. I gotta clean up my desk a little bit. I could never work without a glass mat, you guys. I'm too messy. And I love that I can just clean it up so easily, so effortlessly. If you don't have one, if you don't craft on a glass mat, I highly recommend it. It's probably too much water, but it's in a broken water bottle, so who cares? It's gonna come out anyways. I've been actually using that water bottle to fill my water brush pens for watercolor. That's how I've been using it since it broke. Never mind just throwing it away, right? I will. I'll throw it away. Okay. I do like to keep a clean desk. I love Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah, but you guys, I just want to go visit her, hang out, and clean her desk off, her glass mat. But I appreciate that she's the same mess that I am. Like, I think we're same level mess, to be honest. If her desk looks like that and my craft room looks like it does, we've got to be on the same level. So I could handle it. Some people can't handle this level of mess. Okay, but I can. All right, let this dry off a little bit more. Yeah, I definitely recommend a glass mat with a grid. I've been thinking I want one of those like Craft Roulette has, where the grid goes all the way across. But it's like spending money on something you already have to make it slightly better is not very appealing. All right. I don't know that these scraps are going to work for that idea that I had. I wanted to play with the scraps and now I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I'm behind on these. Let me look at them. So week 10, a piece of furniture, an advertisement, a scrap of sheet music, fire or smoke, something that hangs on a string or a cord, and bonus, a typewriter. Text. So give me a second to think about this. What is something that hangs on a string or a cord? A ticket, a tag, a light bulb can hang on a cord. What else, you guys? A charm. Yeah, like on a necklace. Hangs on a, I like that, Dawn. A charm. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Jessica. Lights. Yep. Clothes. Yeah. Tea bag. Oh, yes. I am reading from the Marguerite Miller's weekly collage prompts. This is volume 4, so this is for 2024 edition. And this is where I get the prompts to do my collage. Oh, which by the way, you guys, I want to start a new one. I just want to start 2 new ones, actually. In April, I might not be able to do them all the time, but there's the artful one. It's a challenge on Instagram, and you have to use a photograph in every collage, and there's, you know, a collage for every day of the month. It just looks really cool. And then my friend Barbie over at Nellie and Ruth has collages for the birds. And so you just have to add a bird to whatever you're doing, but you can do anything. A clothing line. I love that. Yo-yo. Yes. Oh, Jessica, 100%. Sometimes my patience is hanging by a thread, if that counts. Yes. I know, Mary. Yeah, I know. I get it. I respect it 100%. Okay. Well then, we're going to do a collage. We're going to have something hanging by a thread. The thing I think that's just getting me is smoke. But how about I use the color smoke? I mean, hickory smoke is possible, but let's keep looking. I'm just going to gather some things. So I have a box for collage. Could a bird feeder hang by a string? Bird feeder might hang by a string. So it's one of these, like, I'm trying to show y'all, a magazine holder kind of thing. And in here I hold, because I'm doing my collage, my Marguerite Miller collages on these inexpensive Dollar Tree Jot index cards. And then I have my couple of collage books in here. So let's look through those together and see what kind of inspiration just comes jumping out. Let's see. A piece of furniture. Ooh, right away. This old sewing machine with something hanging by a thread or a string. What does it say? A cord? It says a string or a cord. Yeah, we could do like because the other prompt is a sewing machine. No, it's not. Sorry. It's a piece of furniture. And then an advertisement, a scrap of sheet music. The fire or smoke really is, you know what? We're going to get rid of, okay, got it. We're going to omit fire or smoke and replace it with the typewriter text because this is a bonus. So you can do that. You can like omit one and sub in something else, or you can just do whatever you want. Okay, there's the secret. But I like the sewing machine. Granted, y'all have to sit here and watch me fussy cut this thing out, but I like this sewing machine. So let's grab it as the piece of furniture. It is on a table after all. Then something that hangs from, and then we could put a clothing tag that hangs from a string. Let's just look through here. Huh. Let's see what else we can pull from in here. I have sheet music, that's no problem. I have an advertisement actually that I just put in the scrap box that we made up together off things, scraps off my desk. There was this one. Only 1 penny. Penny candy. Oh, y'all remember penny candy? I certainly do. Oh, the clock has things hanging from a string or a cord. And it's a piece of furniture. Okay, let me show y'all how I dissect these books. So I keep this Dollar Tree mat. I can't believe they sell this for $1.25. This cutting mat. And then I'm gonna just use, you could use a razor blade, whatever craft knife that you like. But I'm making sure that this is just one sheet. I've got this craft mat under here. I'm going to turn it this way just to make sure I can catch all of this. And then I'm just going to kind of dissect this piece out here because I'm trying not to cut out these sheets. I'm trying to keep the book together as much as possible as I work through it because I like just flipping through the book. Okay, so now we have a couple of options. Let's see. I think we've got it. Typewriter text. I've got that. Oh, I love these old buildings. I'm just kind of wanting to add something else. Like add my own bonus. This could be about textiles over time. Ooh, I like that idea. Like costume and textiling over time, like centuries. This guy is fabulous. What if we do that? Let's just take, I'm going to take a whole section here of this page and let's play with that idea. I like themes when I collage. I like my collage to visually tell a story. It makes my brain happy. I don't know. I don't enjoy art when I can't figure it out as much as art that I can figure. Or if I look at art and I go, what's the point? What's the purpose? What are we doing here? And I know the purpose is to make art, and I might just be too dense to get it. That's not lost on me, but I like my collage to tell a story. Okay, so now we've got the thread and all of their threads. Let's get one of our cheapo index cards. Don't worry, you don't have to go buy the index cards. This is 4x6. You can just cut a 4x6 piece of paper. Yeah, this is gonna, I think this is gonna work. We'll see. We'll see how all this comes together. I need to grab the sheet music, and we'll do the typewriter text last because I don't know what this is gonna say. Oh, Dawn, you're so responsible. Way to be domestic. Yay, Dawn. You know, we just don't get enough applause for doing the basics, right? So I'm cheering you on. Way to go, girl. Don't you wish somebody would just like cheer for you and give you an applause for doing the laundry? Okay. Let's do this. The sheet music. I know I have some, but I might have to go to my bookshelf to get it. Let me look down here real quick. I don't think I want to rifle through my scraps at this time to find the sheet music. I'll just go get a book in a minute. That'll be our background. Let's figure out the orientation and kind of how some of this stuff is going to work. I'm definitely going to have to cut this bad boy out, which is a little bit sad. And my 4x6 index card goes on a 5x7. So it's quite all right if my clock hangs off the edge, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So let's just work out some of this. This is how I do it. Sometimes most of the time my collage videos, I never do them live. So this is giving you guys a little sneak peek into my process and my thought process when I work through collages. I look for a story with my imagery. That's the first thing I do. Is I look at those prompts and I try to find the connector. What is going to connect all these random things together? I find my images and then play with the composition. And I play with the composition quite a bit, typically. Every collage is different, but this is a general overview. The beginning of my process is always the same. And I try not to overthink it, so just how it came together today is kind of how it goes. Once I find an idea, I don't keep trying to think of new ideas. I just go with it. Because, you know, you could come back and do these prompts over and over again. Okay, so I think the clock is going to be up off of this 4x6 card. I need to be careful and make sure that the top of the clock kind of remains on the card itself. Let's cut this little guy out. He's fabulous. I wish I could show y'all my sumo collage I did years ago. And entered it into a competition. This was ever before I thought I was a paper crafter. I've done collage always since I was a little girl. I've always loved it. Fell off of it, of course, in my adulthood somewhat. This collage, the sumo one I made, was from 2009. No, sorry, 2011. And then I made my husband a collage in 2013, 14. And besides that, I haven't really collaged until I started my channel and started this Marguerite Miller again. But when I was a kid, I always got like magazines, and I would collage my magazines or my parents' magazines wherever. So it's always been a love of mine. So fussy cutting. Or for some, this is cussy cutting. I used to think of it that way. I don't mind it anymore. If I'm just willing to fussy cut, then I can open up a whole range of possibilities that I can't get to otherwise. So I don't mind it. Get his what are those? Toccata or a bow staff. Get that in there. I don't know where he's gonna go yet. I don't know who's gonna land on this page. This outfit is outrageous though. If my husband came out wearing that, I would be like, no dear, try again. Please go back. Let's try this one more time, hon. Scan and cut. Yeah, I have one. And it is pretty cool. Absolutely. I love the scan and cut when I'm doing like mass cutting. Like if I get a digital kit from Etsy and it has a ton of ephemera in it, like pages and pages of ephemera, that's a job for the scan and cut. Being that she has this, she's probably going to be down at the bottom. I like this guy. I mean, he's obviously a soldier. This is like, guessing this is like military. Or maybe he's just going through the desert and you got to be armed. Oh gosh, I had a dream last night where I was surrounded by snakes. Me and my neighbor, I was out watering all of our new plants while my hubby built a storage building yesterday. And it was yesterday evening around 6 o'clock. I went out and watered our plants. I was catching up with a neighbor I haven't seen in a while. And he was saying, be on the lookout for snakes. One of our other neighbors across the street has already had to kill a coral snake this year. We have coral snakes, water snakes, water moccasins, and we have rattlesnakes. We've had to kill them all. We don't kill nice snakes. Rat snakes, garden snakes. I have a garden snake that we get along. But poisonous snakes with young children, those just die. And there seem to be in plenty, so don't worry. There's plenty of them. On Father's Day, like 2 years ago, my husband's dad called and said, you know, can you come kill this coral snake in our yard? They live 2 doors up from us. And so my husband is like the resident snake guy. In fact, last year for birthday or Christmas, I can't remember, I bought him a pair of snake boots for when he has to be on duty. And so my husband went down to take care of the coral snake. They confirmed it's a coral because there's a look-alike that's not poisonous, and we wouldn't want to kill that one. But no, it was in fact, indeed, 100% a coral snake. So he goes down and he's about to take care of that snake when his mom yells, watch out, there's a rattlesnake. And there was a rattlesnake about 3 feet away from him. I guess that coral snake and that rattlesnake were about to fight. Evidently they do that, those two species, and the coral snake actually typically wins. The coral snake is not as dangerous to humans as a rattlesnake because the rattlesnake's mouth can unhinge and open wide and catch you, where a coral snake cannot. Their mouth has a very, it's dangerous for kids and dogs, but not necessarily adults because they can't unhinge their mouth. So they would have to bite your finger or something like that. The dangerous thing about corals, see, I have to look all this stuff up because I feel really bad about taking things out, you know? But the coral snake, the thing that's dangerous about coral snakes, besides the fact that they're incredibly poisonous, is that because they are not as prolific as rattlesnakes, they stopped producing the antivenom for them. They just stopped making it. It's like, why do you stop making an antivenom for a snake that you know is poisonous and still exists? I understand we do not need an anti-T-Rex venom or any of that. We don't need the stuff for velociraptors, but we need the stuff for critters that are still hanging out and are poisonous. I was really kind of surprised by that. I think it goes, and I don't want to start this conversation because it's not a fun one. But I think it goes to like just, well, it's not a moneymaker. It's like, yeah, but you already have the science. Just make it. Just make it anyways. But to my knowledge and to my research, which is somewhat limited, that's what I found, is that they stopped making it in like, I don't know, sometime over the last 5 to 10 years. They were just like, I don't think we need that one anymore. Well, hello, have you been to Texas? Oh. Okay. Ave, you're so funny. And that's why I don't get past the screen porch. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my goodness. I wanted blue bonnets. We've talked about this. We talked about this last weekend, I think it was, that I like wanted blue bonnets in the yard. And hubby was like, no, we have too many snakes to have blue bonnets. I'm sorry. You're going to have to just admire them they're on the side of the road everywhere you go right now. You're just going to have to admire them from a distance. We're not putting those in our yard. And then I was looking at pictures. Art takes us in funny places, right? So I saw this painting of an eagle eating a snake that intrigued me. So then I went down that rabbit hole. And then I was looking at pictures of snakes, and there was these 2 rattlesnakes that were popping out of blue bonnets. And I sent him that picture, and I was like, okay, you win. I hear ya. And we just laughed so hard. I was like, you win that fight. Okay, I don't think I'm going to fussy cut out that, because what's going to happen is we're going to lose. Well, I guess it's okay. We're just going to lose this one. No one will know, except for us. Welcome to my lives. I don't just talk about paper. I talk about all kinds of random stuff. Okay. I don't know, but I'm going to put that to the side. Only one type. That's awesome. You're pretty sure your dad was wearing this in the 70s or this? A or B? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd be like, hun, no. Well, when he came out to rescue me yesterday, I married my knight in shining armor. Uh, he was in his PJs. He never leaves the house. Like, he was in his like flannel pant PJs, and I've never seen him leave the house in his PJs before. He really did rush over. What a sweetie. I'm going to use my scissors for the outside, and I will fussy cut the inside with the little craft knife because this is so much faster. Scissors for the win. Guess what? Nobody's going to know that those are missing, and I'm not cutting those out. You can make executive decisions like that when you're fussy cutting, y'all. It's allowed. See? Nice and clean. Don't have to cut around all that stuff. I'm giving you permission to keep it simple. You don't need my permission, but if you thought for a second that you did need it, there you go. Just keep it simple. You'll be so much happier. Nobody's going to know what you cut off unless it's somebody's arm. Yeah, we have all kinds of wildlife here. The armadillos for 2 years were torturing my husband. He was having to trap them and then take them further out in the country. So then we learned a lot about armadillos, which is the fact that they can like claim a 50-mile like territory. It's crazy. 50 square mile, I think, territory. So he was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to drive these things further out. We have a really beautiful lake that he was leaving them in. Not in the lake, but by the lake. He was taking them to the lake, and he was like, I don't know. I might have to drive them a little further out than the lake. Oh my gosh. And he would take my son, and one time they were releasing it from the trap. I always say my front yard is suburban and my backyard is country. And anyway, so he and my son went out to release it, and he said he never thought that the armadillos could be so spry, but it just sprung out when he opened the trap door. Oh, it was hilarious. It spooked them, y'all. They're like, oh my gosh, we didn't know he could jump that far, that high, that fast. But man, an armadillo will tear up your yard in no time. We went to the beach, came back, and my husband was like, were the neighbors jumping in our yard with pogo sticks? What happened to our yard while we were gone? One armadillo. Searching for those worms. So yeah, living here, I learned a lot about critters, obviously. Yes, y'all, I'm actually cutting this stuff out. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Yes, they do carry leprosy, among other things. So we have to handle those with care. That's why when the armadillo jumped like it did, uh, they were like spooked because they didn't want to touch the armadillo. They didn't want to get anywhere near touching the armadillo. And so when it was so spry and it just sprang out, they said they jumped too, like they didn't know that they could. Not the kind of critters you want to cuddle with. We have a horny toad. Look it up. It's a thing if you don't know. That lives on our front porch. We've had this horny toad. We've named him Sunny. I don't know if it's a he or a she. I'm starting to think Sunny is a girl because her belly is bigger than it's ever been before. I figure the name Sunny works either way, but we named the horny toad Sunny because it's always sunbathing on the same rock. So on our porch, I like to have different like rocks and shells and things around. And it adopted one of my rocks, and so I named it Sunny. But Sunny is at least 3 years old, older than that, and lives on our porch. And horny toads are, you know, I don't know if they're endangered, but they're not common anymore. When I was a kid, they were common, but they're not as common anymore. So I'm pretty protective over him. I even let, like, we have pest control, you know, that comes to our house regularly. And I'm like, I always had to tell him, like, which garden, like, the areas that they couldn't spray by. And then I'm like, and you have to look out for my lizard. And, like, don't spray things that'll kill my wild lizard. His name's Sunny. Just consider him a pet, an outdoor pet. But yeah, living here in Central Texas, we're in the hill country. We have a lot of critters, possums, all kinds of things, deer, coyotes. I'm real careful with my kids with coyotes at night because they come through our neighborhood. So I don't like them to be out. They're bigger now, but when we first moved here, my littles were little. And so I wouldn't let them out at night without an adult because the coyotes roam our streets looking for dogs and cats, unfortunately. It's a little wild around here. Yes. Yes, that's right. They have like horns and spikes and a very kind of round body like me. I think I started to tell y'all and I squirreled on you, but I got a treadmill to go under my work desk, and I am here to tell you it's amazing. If you guys work from home, I cannot recommend it enough. So, you know, I'm working like 60 hours this week, which means there's not a lot of time for all the things. I'm taking care of my mom's dogs, doing all the things, right? Taking care of the garden, my children, our dog. And so exercise is not something that happens without my treadmill. But I've been getting my steps in. It's been amazing. I can work for an hour and get 6,000 steps. It's awesome. I also got a trampoline for the indoor trampoline. And I'm trying to talk my hubby into a hot tub. He's not buying it, but I'm working on him. I have dialed it back. I really wanted a pool, but that's even further in the distance. So I'll take a hot tub. I'd want my pool to have a hot tub anyways. My neighbor has a hot tub, and every time I go out and he has that thing turned on, I get in my feels about, I want one. Let's just do these two pieces. Wouldn't it be sad and tragic if I didn't even use this image? And y'all had to sit here and watch me fussy cut it out. Stranger things have happened. But maybe if the cleaning motivated someone, then maybe the fussy cutting will motivate you too. Like, it's worth the work. It is. Is that your spirit animal? A horny toad? I think my spirit animal is a dolphin. If I were to pick, I would pick a dolphin. I definitely love water, and I've always loved dolphins. When I was young, I used to collect dolphin stuff, you know, and it's always been like one of my favorite animals. And when we went to the beach last summer, we got to hang out and see the dolphins, not with them, not in the water, but just wild dolphins. We went to like this secluded island that's great for like shelling and bird watching and stuff, and the dolphins were there, and I could have stood there and watched the dolphins for days. Okay, she is trapped by her desire to sew. Okay, here we go. This is definitely going to need a background, y'all. We still had to bring in the sheet music. Dancing on the sewing machine. That's just funny. That's just to make y'all laugh. Okay, and make me laugh. She could pop through here like that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. This is just how collage goes. He kind of looks like a paper doll. What if I cut this here where the needle is? Okay, and then I make it look like, we're just playing. You just have to play to figure these things out. So don't be alarmed. This guy is overseeing the project. I wonder, I kind of want to cut his head off and make it just look like the garment a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work, you guys, after all this time, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Okay, costumes over time. Oh, we've got to have this advertisement in there. This can be a part of the background. I'm not mad at this. What do y'all think? Oh, now we're talking about... Oh, they do, Jessica. Pools definitely feel like hot tubs in the summer. I was telling my hubby, because he's like, well, are you going to want to get in a hot tub in the summer? I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy gallons of ice and get in a hot tub. Bags of ice. Let's see. I have to go grab a sheet music. I'll be right back. Y'all just hang out. Talk about lactose. Okay, I'm back. We'll just hope there's not a scorpion in this thing, because this has been out in the man cave, which used to be a garage, and I sometimes find scorpions in my books. We should name this, like, I don't know. This is me telling you about all the venomous things in Texas. Let's see. I guess there's no, I thought there were images in this one. It doesn't matter. We just need the sheet music. So I thought this was the one that had funny pictures. It is not. Okay. Let's work on this background. I kind of wish it didn't have words. Oh, time after time. It's just fun that time after time is on there. Because this is supposed to be like spanning time. Hey Cordelia, how you doing? Just collaging, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and go take care of the puppies. The sun is definitely up, so I can do that. Let's see how this looks for the background. I got the time after time in there. I tried to put it where the sewing machine wouldn't cover it up, but who knows. Oh, I got it right where the sewing machine covers it up. Fantastic. This is going to be a weird, wacky, like, collage, but y'all already knew that as we've been working on it. I'm sure you were thinking the same thing. I'm going to grab my 5x7 card base real quick to see where I need to glue some of these pieces down. So glad I fussy cut around his gun just to cut it off. Okay. I don't think our sumo guy's gonna make it in there. Or samurai. I don't think he's sumo. I think he's samurai. It's kind of a cluster down here. Does it help to add him? I don't know. And then we still got to fit this in. Somewhere. Well, it's wild. But I think we've got it. Still got to add that typewriter. More scraps. I don't think he's going to work. Okay, let me grab my 5x7 base real quick. I should keep some of those in this collage box. Grab a few to keep at my desk. I used my last one for my craft roulette card last night, as far as the ones that I had at my desk. All right. Well, I will have one of these done. I'll do the rest on my own time. I live in what used to be a small town. I live outside of Austin, Texas. But now we have Tesla and Samsung, and it's just growing exponentially. My front yard is definitely city. Like, we have city services. We have a huge, our neighborhood has over 1,000 homes in it. And I live 20 minutes from Austin. However, my backyard, which is why I picked this property, is a nature reserve. Like, it can't be built on. I don't think ever. And there's a creek, a real, sometimes depending on the rain, a real big creek. And then we have a pond behind our house that's just not even half a football field from my house. There's a pond. So, you know, where there's water, there is life. Let's do this. This should just be fun. Isn't it awesome that I put this away just so I knew where it was? I could get it back out. It's just a glue sheet. Okay, we were just talking about vellum and glue sticks. Now here we are doing it again. Let's think about a sentiment that we would put on this. Always in style? I don't know. We need a sentiment that to put on this, because the last prompt that we have not fulfilled is the typewriter text. We're just going to go with that clothes hang on the clothesline. I liked that. We emitted fire or smoke. We have scrap of sheet music, advertisement, and a piece of furniture. We have everything else. So let's move this back over here now. I'm going to just center it. On my 5x7 card base. Stylish is not for the faint of heart. Style is not for the faint of heart. I like it. I like it very much. Okay, I wanted my card base so that I can line up this clock on here. So let's do that. It's my mom. She's probably like, are you gonna go take care of my dogs or what? Yes, as soon as I get off here, I'm headed out to be with the dogs. Okay, I'm gonna leave these dangling for now because I might put something behind them. Okay, this is going. Man, it sure is wild. I have to say that. But I like it. And I like style is not for the faint of heart. I think I'm going to go with that. I think that is a really cool sentiment to put on this card. These cards are not for the faint of heart, you know, but they're fun. It's just fun. I'm also going to leave this needle not glued down right now. Oh gosh. Just in case I want to slip something underneath there. Let's make sure we get this all lined up where we want it. Okay. I like her peeking out of that sewing machine. This is definitely, if you like surreal collage, you've got to check out my friend Barbie over at Nellie and Ruth Designs. Ooh, we could put a bird on it. And then I could tag it for her. Collages for the birds. Such a funny thing. Anyways, if you like really surreal collage, which I do, she makes really neat stuff. She uses like old magazine pages and book pages and things like that. Okay. This is looking cool. I could deal with it even just like, oh, Uh-oh. I might have to deal with it just like this. I don't think my glue is going to come up, y'all. Well, maybe. I didn't have my dudes down. Were y'all yelling at me? Oh my gosh. Wait. I mean, I like it without the dudes, honestly. It probably maybe even looks better without these crazy guys back there, but the crazy guys are going back there anyways. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't know how long we've been here. I'm not going to worry about it. I used to always worry about my lives being too long, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to sit here and craft and have fun with y'all. I like that there's a penny, that it's 1 cent. I probably could have inked his arm, but it's quite all right. I know, the dudes make it really, really wild, but it's only paper. And if you, Ave, I just saw your comment. You teach history? That is so awesome. My son loves history. I do too. My dad was a historian. Oh, I grew up with it. But history is so cool. I've been wanting to read more history books lately. Let's go ahead and glue these down because I don't think I'm going to put anything behind them. The thing about if you just like tack down your images is that you can layer behind them. But I'm pretty much done with the composition of this collage. Let me grab my typewriter. Yes, I have one. Let's use it. My kids love it. I'm like, you wouldn't love it if you had to put a book report on it. If you had to type a book report, you would not love it. Okay. I like it. I like it. It's growing on me. I have to dig my typewriter out real quick, y'all. No one puts baby in the corner. Well, I do. I have baby in the corner. Here she is. A couple of years ago, I found this little beauty on the internet for $50, and I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm buying that. So here she is. I keep her covered, I keep her protected and put away and never use her, but let's see if y'all can see her. She's so lovely. Let's get some paper. Not too thick, not too thin. Oh boy, okay, I haven't had her out in a while. Whoops, that goes over there. I'm not loading very straight. Okay, there we go. Yes, we're actually going to type this little message. Uh-oh, is my ribbon dry? No, I have to type harder. if we can fit that on there. Style is not for the faint of heart. Neither is my collage. Okay. This is how she types. Yeah, Cordelia, it's like hammer finger. It's takes a lot of work. We're so used to these soft keyboards, effortless typing. So now we have our sentiment and a big old scrap of paper. But now that I have my typewriter out, I might make some more sentiments just for the fun of it. Style is not for the faint of heart. Look how perfect that fits on there, you guys. It's like it was meant to be or something. I think I'm going to cover up the portion that I just didn't want to fussy cut out with the sentiment. Ta-da! Okay, let's do that. Put it right there. This means we're coming to the end of this live. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, watching me clean my desk off. Holy cow. I had 2 massive piles that are gone. Now there are all the other piles in my room that I must deal with at some point. Not today. It's puppy time. Okie dokie. We did it. This is for week 10 of the Marguerite Miller Collage Weekly Prompts, which means I just have a couple of more to do on my own time, and I'm going to get them done this month. I'm going to come back and try to do these this weekend. This will be what I craft on this weekend. I have the Crafty collab is coming up on the 1st. On the 2nd, it's a sheet load of cards. So I have a few videos coming out for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, you like it, Dawn? Aww. It is with ribbon ink. Yeah. When I was just taking it off of my desk and putting it in my floor. I was thinking it needs a name. I don't know why Percy comes to mind, but it's a Deluxe 100. And yes, it uses this ribbon, typewriter ribbon. Ta-da! Right here. Yep, that's what she looks like on the inside. Like I said, I keep her put away. I haven't had her out in a long time. It's more like just having a relic, you know, than something I want to use. But it's very cool, right? So happy Easter to everyone. Yes, yes. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are just the best. I love you guys. I love you so much. I hope you get to craft and make something yourself. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.